Hey everybody, G Bear out here in the desert, July 1st, 2017. I'm going to be out here until the 5th. I got here yesterday and I was a little disappointed when I got here. There was nothing really damaged or anything like that, except some critter or something got into my grapevine and ate all of the green except for some stems off of the grapevine. And then they dug a hole down there at the bottom. And it was something small if it went through the wire, or it could have been crows. Hard to say. Anyway, I'm going to give this some goat juice and see if I can't get it to come back. I don't think I'm going to get any grapes on it this year. It's already July, and this thing had three nice clusters of grapes on it. They're all gone. Anyway, let me show you what I got done today. It was not an easy day. It was hot as heck. It got up to 105 by just before noon, and I had to come down off the roof. My ladder's right here, and there's my antennas. I've got this big one connected right now to the TV inside, and it's just standing on the ground. It's only maybe 6 foot off the ground here, and pointing in a general direction. I haven't compassed it or anything, and I just have it tied to the ladder with some string. So I just wanted to see how that worked out. And I also hooked up a couple of solar panels, and I got those here on the panel holder, and they're running inside because I did some electrical work in there. I just wanted to show you that as I was walking by. And I've got my forms here almost ready to pour the second slab for the units, but I've been working on the roof. I got started late this morning because I stayed up last night, watched a great TV show. I didn't get much sleep, so I didn't even get out until probably 9:30, and I only had a couple hours to work. As you can see, I got the tar paper and some of the edge trim up there, and I loaded 5 bundles of shingles up there. So I'm at a start. I've got 4 more bundles down here. I should only need to bring up 2 more, and the third one I will be taking apart down here and bringing those up a couple of shingles at a time, because those will be my starter rows for the front and the back. Anyway, I got that stuff on the go. There's my water barrels. I haven't used any of those yet. I tested the trees and the grapevine, and they're both showing plenty of moisture from when I watered them a week ago. And I got some of those plastic buckets from a friend, and those are going to go for my self-watering garden when I get that set up. And let's go inside the cabin here and show you what I got done here. Excuse the mess, my tools are everywhere, but that's because I'm going to be doing more. But I did bring up a couple of batteries. So let me zoom back out here. I brought up a couple of the golf cart batteries. Those are 6 volters, and they're tied in series to make 12 volts. And I've got those tied in to this 8,000 watt, and I don't know if you can read it here, but this is a 32,000 watt surge. So that gives me plenty of power. But I started running some wires here, and I got my charge controller just mounted on the wall right there. And I set up this little 12 volt DC positive negative junction blocks where I could tie my lighting in and get those working, and then they're tied down here to the batteries so that I can have power in here. And this little switch right here turns on the light right up here above me, and that's just hanging there right now by the wires, but that's only 12 volt DC, nothing to worry about. My TV is nice and crystal clear on my antenna, and I only got, because I'm only 6 foot off the ground at where I'm standing there, and I've got to go all the way to San Diego with that to pick up the best channels, but I get 17 of the 29 available channels with it just strapped to the ladder out there. And once I get that up on a pole and get it about 17 to 20 feet in the air, I'll probably be picking up quite a few more. Anyway, I've got my inverter here temporarily. This is all temporary wiring right now. I got it temporarily tied in to my panel, but all the breakers are off because there's nothing connected to those yet for the 120 volts. But when I turn this on, let me find the switch here. Well, I guess you can't read that. Oh, there it goes. Okay, 235 volts I'm putting into that panel at 33 amps through this unit, running off of two 6-volt batteries. That's going to boost up to, I'm going to end up having 16 batteries in here. So I'll be running probably 8 times that. I'll probably be running about 200 amps. Anyway, I do have AC power if I need it here. I'll use that mostly when the panels are running off the sun in the morning. Until just about an hour ago, the sun was charging those. But let's see. Yeah, see the charge light is off now. So it's still showing I got fully charged batteries there. And it'll run the TV all night long without compromising the batteries. But that controller is set up to automatically, when the power gets down to 10.8 volts, it automatically shuts off, so it won't kill the batteries. Anyway, those batteries will charge up in 10 minutes after the sun comes up. Those will be back to full charge, but I'll be probably running about 13 volts into them. 13.8 is where I've got it at the cutoff. And that's any electricity made after 13.8 right now is just a waste going nowhere, because I don't have a dump load set up. And I will be doing that. This is a hybrid system, and this one has the wind system up here, and then the dump load goes right onto here, onto these last 2 screws. So my wind will be coming up here pretty soon, and I'll be putting that on there. When I get some more batteries. I really don't need it for these 2 batteries. That's only 12 volts, 232 amp hours, and that gives me about 7 hours of electricity right there if I needed it without any charge at all. So anyway, I'll be doing some plumbing this weekend and finishing up on that roof and getting that all sealed down. And I'll probably throw a couple of AC outlets in here, so that if I decide that I just want to sit out here and have something to eat, I can do that here. Or if I decide to sleep out here, I can put my coffee pot out here, bring my little propane 4-burner stove in, set it right here on the counter, and I can make my coffee and breakfast in the morning right here. Anyway, just wanted to show you what I've achieved so far today. I've got to pick up some stuff for the irrigation. I've got a list for Home Depot. I might make that run tomorrow. I might wait until Monday for that. It's been pretty quiet out here, not a whole bunch of campers or anything like that. I guess it's too hot for the little wusses. 105 isn't anything, especially now. It's dry heat, right? G-Bear signing off. Gonna get something to eat and have a cold beer.